So let's do a sequence now where we'll do a bit of twisting and also some specific things for the shoulders to free up tension around the spine and around the shoulders. If you're not already on your back, come onto your back, bend your knees, stretch your arms out to the side, and then slowly take your knees from side to side, bringing some movement to the base of your spine. Going slowly with this. And through this whole sequence, I encourage you to breathe through your nose, both in through your nose and out through your nose. Steadily lengthening your breath as you do these simple movements and simple poses. Notice the movement at the base of your spine and in your hips. Feeling for relaxing around that area, letting go the tension of your day. Okay, then roll all the way onto one side and bring both arms in front of you. And then from your side, sit up. Sit in any position. And if you want to sit on a block or a cushion or a bolster, feel free to do that. And then cross your hands over at your chest. And we'll just do a twist here. Continuing to breathe steadily and deeply, but twisting your shoulders and your head from side to side. So this is going to be more a twist in your rib cage. Noticing how that feels. How is that part of your spine as you slowly, slowly twist. Okay, then come back to the middle. Let's do a slightly more involved spinal twist now. I'm going to get you to reset your legs. Let's say have your left leg in front of you with the leg bent, left foot in front with the leg bent. And then your right leg is either going to be straight out to the side, or you could bend it behind you. If that creates any pressure in your right knee though, I want you to keep your leg in front. You can also put a block or cushion underneath your hips if that feels helpful. Okay. Just cross your left hand onto your right shoulder. Now, if you twist your rib cage around to the left, also twist your head to the left and look behind your shoulder with your eyes. So you're also twisting your neck here. And then come back to the middle. So you twist and keep going, twisting around the same way, twisting with your ribs, your head, eyes getting involved too, and then come back. We'll do a few of these. And now we'll mix it up a bit. Next time your shoulders go to the left, take your head to the right. So like your shoulders going one way, your head's going the other way. And then your shoulder's going to go back and your head will do the opposite thing. Still moving so you're still moving your rib cage, but then your head's doing the opposite thing. Yeah, so you're kind of twisting different ways in different parts of your spine. This is probably totally good for your brain. If it's confusing, this is the first time you're doing this and it's confusing, don't worry. If you're like, oh, this is easy, then do the opposite thing with your eyes. So you could have like your rib cage going one way, your head going the other way, and then your eyes looking back like the first way. Play with that if you want to. It's interesting, isn't it? Like, kind of certainly like, I can really feel that in my eye muscles when I'm trying to do the opposite thing. It's like, ooh, whole new thing. Okay. All right, now take both hands around to the left-hand side and place them on your leg or place them on the floor. Now we'll bring a bit of a sort of arching and rounding to your spine, as if you're doing a cat-cow. So inhale, lift your chest up and look up, slightly arching your back. Exhale, sort of look down, slightly round your back. Let your hips just kind of join in with this movement, however makes sense. So inhale, lifting your chest, lifting your head, arching. Don't take your head so far back that you feel any pain in your neck. Exhaling, rounding your back, looking down. Great. So continuing in that pattern. Like not straining into any of this. We're just trying to free up movement a bit, but not through pushing, more just through just exploring different movements without forcing into this. Okay, let's try a slightly different thing here. Next time you lift your head up, look down with your eyes. And then when your head comes down, look up with your eyes. So you're doing a bit of reversing with your eyes. So you're kind of lifting up your head and your chest, but looking down with your eyes. Coming around in your back, but then looking up with your eyes. Okay, great. Come back to being level and untwist, and then change your legs over the other way. So you've got your right foot in front of your groin, and then your left leg is either out to the side in front or bent behind if that doesn't feel stressful to your knee. Okay, take your right hand onto your left shoulder and just start by twisting in a simple way. Feeling for whether your rib cage can move, whether your neck can move, and whether you can also look behind you with your eyes as well. Could be a totally different range of movement on this side. Just playing within what feels possible and not straining. Okay, then you'll change over what your shoulders and head are doing. So as your shoulders go right, look left with your head. As your shoulders go and ribs go to the left, looking the opposite way with your head. So you're kind of reversing what your neck and ribs are doing. And if you want to play with it, then maybe even reversing what the eyes are doing as well. Just kind of making sure your rib cage is moving as part of this. It's not just the head and eyes. Okay, great. All right, final thing. Take both hands around to the right-hand side and rest on your hands or legs or sort of wherever they fall. Inhale. With your ribs twisted around to the side, inhale, lift your chest and look up. Exhale, round your back and look down. So inhaling, arching. Exhaling, rounding. Just exploring that. And then reverse what your head and eyes are doing. So as your head goes up, look down. As your head goes down, look up. Okay, then bring everything so you feel level, untwist, unbend your legs. And then have a wiggle and notice how your spine feels, how you feel after just doing that, those few small things. And then I want to do a few more kind of shoulder releases. If you're near a wall or a big plane, just sit with your back against the wall. If you're not near a wall, don't worry about it. You don't necessarily have to have a wall for this. And we'll do a whole sequence. Let's say you have right leg straight, left leg crossed over the top. We'll do a couple of rounds of shoulder shrugs. Even though the wall is there, feel for sitting up straight. Okay. Inhale, take your shoulders up and back. If you've got a wall, you can try to squeeze your shoulders onto the wall. Exhale, move your shoulder blades down. Inhale, relax around your shoulders. Now squeeze the middle bits of your shoulders together. Exhale, and move your shoulders down. Inhale, relax around your shoulders. Exhale, squeeze your elbows together. Squeeze the lower part of your shoulder blades together. And soften your shoulders down. Great. Let's do that 3 more times. So inhale. Pause. Shoulders up and back. Top of shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale. Moving down. Inhale. Let go of any tension in your arms and shoulders. Middle of your shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale. Soften tension from your shoulders. Huge breath in. Elbows squeeze, lower parts of shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale. Soften and melt down. Grand. Next, we'll do a side bend like this. Optionally, if you want to, you could maybe bend your bottom leg around to the other side. If that feels fun. If that doesn't feel fun, or if it feels not good, or just doesn't work, or creates strain in your left knee, then you'll keep your right leg straight. That's also an option. Okay, then Bring your left hand down to the floor. Inhale, lift your right arm up in the air. Exhale, leaning a little into the left hand. Now, if your back is against the wall, I want you to just feel for keeping the back of your hips and the back of your ribs on the kind of flat plane. If you've not got a wall, just feel that you're not kind of tipping forwards or leaning back. Feel for sort of being upright in this side bend. Inhale and notice your right shoulder blade. Yeah. Exhale, move your right shoulder blade down and forwards. Let your arm move forwards as you do that. Just making space around the top of your shoulder. Inhale and stretch out the fingers on both hands. Exhale, relax your jaw. Let your lower jaw hang a little. Imagine with each exhale that you could melt tension from your jaw. Okay, bring your hands down and around. Let's cross the legs over the other way. So now working with your left leg straight, right leg crossed over the top. So doing some shoulder shrugs. Let's do the first round of these shoulder shrugs. Rather than doing an exhale, do an open-mouthed ah sound. So inhale through your nose. Shoulders up and back, tops of shoulder blades squeeze together. Ah, as your shoulders soften down. Deep breath in. Middle parts of the shoulder blades squeeze together. Ah. Deep breath in. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Ah. We'll do one more round this time. Every exhale is going to be a lion's breath, a noisy lion's breath, making as much noise as you can, and also sticking your tongue out as far as you can, releasing the stress and tension of whatever the day has been so far. Inhale through your nose, shoulders up and back, squeeze the tops of shoulders together. Yeah, really sticking your tongue out. Inhale through your nose. Middle of shoulders squeeze together. Making a soldier like making a noise like a lion or a dragon or a wailing cat, whatever. Inhale through your nose. Awesome. Okay. Next thing we did was the side bend. Either keep your bottom leg straight or bend it around to the other side. Then take your right hand on the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, lean to the side a little. Have the whole palm of your right hand flat on the floor and let your right shoulder soften down. Inhale, connecting to your left shoulder and shoulder joint. Exhale, move your shoulder joint down, your shoulder blade down and forwards. Okay, come back upright, unwind your arms and roll your feet out and in. Now come onto your hands and knees to do dolphin prep. If you've not done this before, just watch me. It's kind of like I want to say like a lazy dolphin, but basically your knees are going to stay down. And your knees are on the floor, but kind of quite wide, so as wide as the edges of your mat. And then your elbows are a little bit further forwards than they would be for dolphin. Walk them a bit further forwards. Have your elbows about shoulder distance apart. Hands clasped together. And then you stretch your hips back, but they're not going child's pose, they're still going to kind of stay level with your knees. You might need to take your elbows a little bit further forwards. So your hips are stretching back but up in the air. And then you can also lift your hands up off the floor, but your elbows stay on the floor next to your head. So if you're not sure, have a look at what I'm doing. And then here, I want you to focus on stretching your hips away from your elbows. Inhale into the back of your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Exhale, slide your shoulder blades to the sides and towards your armpits. Almost like you're slightly rounding your upper back. Keep stretching your hips back away from your elbows, while still keeping your shoulder blades wrapping towards your armpits. Relax your forehead on the ground. Okay, bring your hands to the ground, bring them underneath your shoulders, and lift up onto your hands and knees. Let's do some cat-cow next. Inhale and arch your back, letting your belly dip down, tailbone tilt up, chin lift a little. Exhale and round your back, pulling your belly in, pushing your mid back up, tailbone and head are pointing down. Inhaling, reversing that. Exhaling, reversing and rounding. Keeping going with that. Notice any stiff areas. And gently encourage those areas to move if that feels helpful. If anywhere feels really tight and painful, you might need to back off a little around that place. Just tuning into your spine today and whatever feels okay. Now, if your wrists are not feeling stressed by this today, one option is to come down onto your forearms and then do the movement of your spine from there. That's also an option if it would be better to take pressure off your wrists. Great. Okay, let's come out of that and transition onto a back. So however makes most sense to you to get onto your back. And then let's do cat exercise 2 next. So have your knees bent, soles of your feet on the ground. Fingers interlaced, and then your head is in your hands. So inhale and arch your lower back away from the floor. Hips and shoulders are staying down at this point. Exhale, relax your lower back, lift your head and shoulders up off the floor, contracting the front of your torso to help you lift your head and shoulders up. Inhale, slowly come back down to the floor with your shoulders, with your head. At the end of your inhale, arch your lower back away from the floor. Exhale, relaxing lower back. Lift your shoulders up. Feel for it being your shoulders lifting up more than your head. Inhale, head and shoulders slowly lower. Arch lower back. Keep going with this. Nice and slowly. Slowing it down to the point where it doesn't feel stressful. Or doing the movement within a range of movements that doesn't feel stressful. You finish off after that round, and then rest one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Noticing how you're doing, whether have a kind of wiggle on the floor. Noticing your spine, your shoulders, or any other part of your body that draws itself to your attention. Okay, then I want you to roll on the one side and come onto your hands and knees. Let's do like a boat on the front. So, sorry, not hands and knees. No, come onto your front on the floor. So you're lying on your front on your belly, with your hands next to your legs. Okay, great. What you'll do here is you'll inhale, lift your chest and your arms up away from the floor. Exhale, slowly lower down. Great. Inhale, lift your arms and your chest. You can stay looking at the floor. Your head's lifting up, but it's not lifting up more. Exhale, lowering down. One more like that. Okay, now just pause, turn your head to one side if that feels more comfortable. Or you could make a pile with your hands and rest your forehead on your hands, if that feels okay. So hands on top of each other, forehead on your hands. Or head to one side if that feels better. What we're going to do is move one leg at a time now. So inhale, just lift up your left leg away from the floor, keeping your left leg straight. Exhale, lower your left leg down. Do that 2 more times, just your left leg. You're basically using the back of your leg and your back muscles to lift your leg rather than anything else. And then do the same thing with your right leg 3 times. Really slowly, both on the lift and the lowering. And then we'll try to do that at the same time. So if you bring your hands next to your hips again. Inhale, lift your chest away from the floor, lift your arms and lift your legs, keeping your legs straight. If this feels too much on your back, keep your legs on the floor. Exhale, lowering everything down. And then do 2 more of those really slowly. Okay, then turn yourself back onto your back, and we'll do exercise 4 next. So, come onto your back with your knees bent, hand behind, left hand behind your head, just left hand. Inhale, arch your lower back. Exhale, relax your lower back. Lift your right foot up off the floor. Lift your shoulders up off the floor and take your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, slowly return your head and foot back to the floor. Arch at the end. Stay with this same side. Exhale, release your lower back. Lift your right foot. Lift your shoulders. Left elbow going towards the right knee. Might touch it, might not. Don't worry about it if it doesn't. Inhale. Foot comes down, head comes down. Do 2 more of these. In a slow and leisurely manner. And then switch to the other side. Right hand behind your head. Inhale, arch your lower back. Exhale, relax your lower back. Lift your left foot up. Lift your head up. So left knee, right elbow getting close together. Inhale, come back. And then you're going to do 3 more of these. And after that, bring your head to the floor, both feet to the floor. And we'll do a few rounds of like moving bridges. So set up your feet so they're underneath your knees. And your feet, like just feel whether your feet are pointing in the same direction as your knees are. Have your feet pointing the same direction as your knees, not massively turned out or in. Okay, great. Inhale, make your feet active on the floor. Exhale, tilt your tailbone up, lifting your hips up into a bridge. Inhale, slowly come back down to the floor with your hips, kind of uncurling as you go. Exhale, curling up, feet active. Inhale, releasing slowly in order to uncurl back down to the floor. And then following that movement. Deliberately slowing things down a bit. There's no rush. You can slow down now. Do 2 more, really, really slow. Okay, and then after that, decide how you want to do your Shavasana, how you want to do your relaxing now. Setting yourself up to be super comfy so that you don't have to, so that you can be restful for the next 10 minutes. So let's dedicate the next 10 minutes to stillness. Do any last wriggling you feel you need to do, so you can be as comfortable as possible to rest. Let's do 3 sighs. If you inhale through your nose and then sigh through your mouth, ah. 2 more like that. And then allow your breath just to be in its natural pattern. And allow there to be in the background a sense of releasing, relaxing, and letting go with every exhale. Without effort. You're just going to let go and relax. It's not something that you have to try to do. Just with every natural exhale, some part of you knows how to unwind, how to shift towards rest. Giving your limbs permission to rest, so feeling like your left arm is just resting heavy on the floor. Like your right arm is resting heavy. Like your left leg is resting heavily on the floor. Like your other leg is resting heavy on the floor. Like your head is resting heavy on the floor. Like your torso is resting heavy on the floor. Your whole body resting heavy. No effort required. Then imagine your favorite color of light. Whether that's a brilliant white or silver or gold or pink or any colour you like. And as I name different parts of the body, I want you to imagine that colour light filling and surrounding each part of your body in turn. So start by imagining that light at your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all whole of your left foot, filled with and surrounded by that light. Your left ankle, left lower leg, left knee, left thigh, left hip, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right lower leg, right ankle, right foot, including your little toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, and your right big toe. So both legs filled with light. Your hips and pelvis, your belly and lower back, your diaphragm, your heart, your lungs, your ribs, your shoulders, your left upper arm, left elbow, left lower arm, left wrist, left palm, little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. Your right little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, right palm, right wrist, right lower arm, right elbow, right upper arm, the whole of your right arm filled with light. Your neck, your lower jaw, your upper jaw, the whole of your face, your scalp, your hair, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. The whole of your head filled with light. The whole of your body filled with light. And notice a sense of how, as your breath naturally comes and goes, it's like the light grows a little brighter, a little dimmer, a little brighter, a little dimmer. And then imagine this light just growing a little around your body, so like you're enclosed in a beautiful egg of this beautiful light, so that you can feel safe, you can feel nourished, you can feel at peace within yourself, within your light. And then come back to a sense of your physical body resting here on the floor. Maybe bring your hands to your heart and your belly, or give yourself a hug. Just feeling your physical self resting here. Let's take 3 more sighs. So if you inhale through your nose and then sigh out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Feeling a sense of the basic goodness of your body, of yourself, just here in rest. And then if you want to wake up, then have a bit of a stretch and a move, where we have a yawn. And slowly make your way back up to sitting. Though if you're at home, you can continue to rest for longer if you want to. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a fun practice, and I hope to see you again soon.